The Supreme Court hasn't made a move on marriage yet. We'll take a look at what they might be waiting for. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder reveals the Department of Justice's plans to support marriage equality. We have hearings coming up in Alaska, Louisiana, and Texas, and the National Organization for Marriage makes another desperate move in Oregon. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for October 6th, 2014. After their first meeting of the new session, the Supreme Court so far has had nothing to say about taking up a marriage case. That means that they could make a decision next week, or the week after, or the week after that, or not for another few months. Justice Antonin Scalia told a crowd last week that a decision would be coming soon, but Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg suggested that the court won't take a case until a circuit court upholds a marriage ban. That might not happen for months, if it happens at all. That's because courts have been nearly unanimously finding that marriage bans are unconstitutional. On Friday of last week, a state court ordered the state of Missouri to recognize out-of-state licenses. That's likely to be appealed. But if a circuit court does uphold a marriage ban, that ruling might come from the Fifth Circuit. A district court judge in Louisiana upheld a marriage ban last month, and now that case has been combined with a case from Texas, with briefs due in early November. Last week, a group of 16 attorneys general filed an amicus brief urging the Fifth Circuit to overturn the bans. When and if the U.S. Supreme Court takes up a marriage case, outgoing U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder has confirmed that the Department of Justice will likely get involved. In 2013's marriage cases, the DOJ filed a brief comparing marriage bans to racial discrimination and gender discrimination. Holder called marriage equality the civil rights issue of the day. A lawsuit is also moving forward in Alaska. Last week, the state asked a federal district court to uphold its marriage ban. There's nothing particularly novel about the state's arguments in this case. They boil down to the same claims about tradition that have failed over and over. Oral arguments are slated for Friday, the 10th, and should go pretty poorly for the state. A new survey in Utah shows support looking just okay. It's continuing to climb, but slower than in the rest of the country. The good news is that 94% of married residents say that marriage equality would have little or no impact on their marriages. The National Organization for Marriage still hasn't given up in Oregon. Now they're trying to prove that the state conspired with gay couples to overturn the state's marriage ban. NOM's chances of prevailing in Oregon are growing slimmer and slimmer, and this latest long shot is just a reminder that the organization really hasn't accomplished anything in a long time. Subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date on all the cases converging on the Supreme Court. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.